Hey, Mark Shepard, cowabunga.com, and I just had kind of an insight, and I want to kind of capture it before I erase it because I have another idea that wants to come in. So I'm going to make this fast. Your conscious mind is kind of going along, and something mild like a clock ticking, like the clock in my bedroom, uh, is ticking, and it's kind of annoying. But it's not so annoying that it needs to be paid attention to. It's just kind of annoying. So the conscious mind drops it, literally lets it go from consciousness, and it drops into the unconscious mind. Now it's kind of like a wave. Here it is on the conscious. It's kind of big, but then as it goes down into the unconscious mind, it gets fainter, right? And by the time it gets to what I call the limbic system area, it's soft enough so it doesn't trigger. It doesn't trigger a fight or flight response. It's not that serious, right? And then below the limbic system is what I'm calling deep awareness. It's a place that no matter what happens is not bothered by any of it. It's not bothered even if this is the last day of your life. It's here to experience. There's no judgment, there's no pressure, there's no expectation. It's just whatever happens. It's like there's a part of us that is the person going to see a movie, right? And it may get caught up in the story for entertainment purposes. Like you may see something intense happening on screen and it really pulls your attention. But you know it's not real, right? To this deep awareness, none of this is real. It's like this is the TV show for your deepest awareness, right? So on that deep level, whatever, the ticking of the clock, all is good, all is well, all is perfect. Now, if there's something that's more annoying or more intense than a ticking clock, let's say a car alarm, it's still not a danger, but it's hard to ignore. So it's hard to ignore on the conscious level. And that wave, it might be a bigger wave, it goes into the unconscious level. And it goes through the limbic system. The limbic system evaluates whether it's a danger or not. And if it really is a danger, more of that will get down into deep awareness. But again, deep awareness doesn't care. Deep awareness is like, oh, how interesting. A car alarm, right? And so that's cool, right? The beauty is if we can stay in this deep awareness a lot more of the time, little annoyances and medium-sized annoyances won't bother us, right? So the next thing happens, and I'm going to kind of clear this here. And okay, so the unconscious mind. So something happens out here that is more than a car alarm, certainly more than a ticking clock. I don't know. Your significant other confronting you or telling you some really bad news that they're having an affair, which is, in my book, actually good news because someone's finally being fucking honest, but that's a whole other story. So something big happens and it sends kind of a large wave down in here, and let's say the limbic system decides without a whole lot of information that it's a hazard, it's a danger, right? So it puts everything on alert. Certainly the unconscious mind is your body. It puts your body on alert. And at the same time, there's still this deep, deep awareness that's like, even if it's a life-threatening situation, the deep awareness is like, oh, how interesting. I'm going to die, right? Bernie Siegel, the doctor and author and healer, talked about when he was a little kid, something got caught in his throat. He was playing with a piece of something. He had it in his mouth and gagged on it. He remembers looking back and kind of being amused and kind of interested that that kid down there was having a hard time. there was no emotion. It was just like a detachment. And it was like, he didn't want to go back and help that kid because he was like, yeah, right? That's that deep awareness. It's not negative detachment, but it just doesn't care. It doesn't care because it knows that it's all one. It knows that everything that happens is part of everything that is, all that is. It knows that whatever it is, everything is perfect. So this deep part, calm, powerful, just unperturbed, not bothered, indifferent. That's an attitude that we can literally begin to bring up. We can begin to bring this, I don't know how to quite illustrate that. We can bring this area up into this conscious area and this unconscious area so that we can consciously go, oh, how interesting, I have a flat tire, or oh, how interesting, my lover just decided she doesn't want to be my lover anymore, or my wife just told me that she's been having an affair for the last 3 years with my brother, whatever. That's fascinating. I'm actually very interested in that. Tell me more. Just to have that absolute nonplussed non-reactivity to the world. That's what really spiritual awakening is all about, is realizing that none of this is real, none of it actually matters, but it's a hell of a lot of fun, even the most intense, painful experiences. This deep place is like, oh my God, the body is experiencing pain. How interesting. Oh, someone I love died. How interesting. I might be next. Death is going to come. Wow. How interesting. So that's that. I have no intention of what this is all about. It's just an idea that came to me today, and it felt like I had to write it out and had to describe it so that I could be better at getting into this deep awareness. That's where I want to live from, and I'm not there yet. But it was triggered by working with an athlete who was having, a baseball player was having the classic syndrome of not being able to throw from second base to first base without some kind of fear, some anxiety, performance anxiety. And I was trying to imagine how to really connect him with this deep spot, because if you don't care whether the ball gets into the first baseman's glove, and if you don't care whether you win the game or lose the game, if you don't care whether you're the best, but you want to do the best you can do because it's more fun, it's more interesting to really push your abilities and your limits, but to focus always on the fact it's a fucking game. It's fun, right? Only we humans can make a game into something where there's performance anxiety. Like, what the fuck? We do that with sex too. Performance anxiety shows up in a lot of men's lives, and it can be in the boardroom, it can be in the bedroom. So that's kind of what I was trying to do. I want to connect you guys with that deep, powerful place in yourself that enables you to not just get through your day, but to literally sail through your day. Because whatever happens, hey, I got fired today. Wow, that's fascinating. Now something I'm going to have to find what else to do, and I have free time now to focus on that. And it's fabulous. It's the universe moving me forward to the next place I'm supposed to be. Wow. Now, I'm not saying I can do this, but I'm saying that's the goal. And if we can do it more and more, that becomes the habit. It's just a way of thinking, right? It's a feeling, and we can install feelings and ways of thinking and then practice that feeling. We can anchor that feeling. We can lock in that feeling and repeat it enough so that becomes the new default program. That's what this is all about. All right, so thanks for watching. Mark Shepard, Cowabunga.com. And I hope you really find some value in this. Let me know. Send me an email. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hang out with me, because I don't know how long I can do this. I don't know how long I'll be here. But these ideas, I think, are worth sharing. And I'd love to have you join in with me and to find ways to absolutely expand your awareness in your life and your experience and your enjoyment of being alive. So that's what this is all about. Cowabunga! Cowabunga.com, Mark Shepard. That's it for now. Talk to you soon.